It should go without saying that even if you have the best story concept or most interesting plot, if your characters are weak or uninteresting, then you're dead in the water. Weak characters will expose themselves way before people even get a chance to know what your story is about. There are plenty of things you can do in order to make your characters strong and memorable, but today we're only going to focus on 3 fundamental things. The first thing we're going to talk about when writing a strong character is giving that character a goal. The goal will be the basis of the character's journey. It should be something that's very clear to the audience, and it should not be easily obtainable for your character. Otherwise, what's the point? It should also have some type of motivation behind it. Why is your character trying to achieve this goal? Is it for redemption? Is it for revenge? Is it for self-gratification? To save the world, save their family, anything. This way the audience will be more invested if they know why exactly this character wants to achieve the goal. So here's an example. The character Killmonger in the movie Black Panther had a strong goal and motivation. His goal was to take the throne from T'Challa, who was king of Wakanda, and use the nation's powerful resources, vibranium, against everyone he considered to be foreign enemies. What was his motivation? It was simple. It was revenge. T'Challa's father murdered Killmonger's father. What made it even more personal was that T'Challa and Killmonger were cousins. Killmonger's father was Prince N'Jobi. Prince N'Jobi was a decent man, but his death at the hands of his brother left his son to be raised without him, which is what turned him cold. The death of his father served as Killmonger's motivation, physical, and emotional journey throughout the story. It's the main thing that drives him. The next thing we're going to do in order to make our character strong is give them a strong adversary or a strong antagonist. I'm going to use antagonist and villain interchangeably here because it kind of depends on what the story is. Your antagonist is going to be the one thing that stands in the way of your character achieving their goal. The antagonist is similar to your main character by the simple fact he or she wants something too. Oftentimes it's the same thing your protagonist wants, and there's always a strong purpose for that as well. The only difference lies in how they both go about getting what they want. If your main character is going about obtaining their goal the right way, then your antagonist is the person who will go about getting it by any means necessary. But ultimately, your villain will try to prevent your hero from getting what they want throughout the entire story. They're basically going to just be a constant blocker for your protagonist. If you've got a female character who's trying to excel in a male-driven work environment in corporate America, then the antagonist is going to be the misogynist male boss who pretty much tries to break her at every turn. If your main character wants to date the prettiest girl in high school, then the antagonist is going to be the meathead bully that pretty much embarrasses him and makes it impossible. Maybe he even dog walks him in front of the whole cafeteria. So here's a quick rundown of strong villain and hero combinations just to drive the point home. Professor X and Magneto, Harry Potter and Lord Voldemort, Superman and Lex Luthor, Batman and Joker, Neo and Agent Smith, Annie Wilkes and Paul Sheldon from the movie Misery, Cersei Lannister, and pretty much everybody in the whole damn Seven Realms. And just to be clear, the antagonist doesn't always have to block the hero or main character's goal through physical force. It could be through will, it could be through strategy, or just by any means necessary. Depends on what type of antagonist you're writing. The last thing we're going to do in order to make our characters not suck is give them some type of universal quality or universal qualities, plural. You'll often hear people say that your characters need to be likable. And if you hear this, let that be your red flag that they're just kind of rehashing things that they've heard from some formulaic screenwriting book. Let me be clear with this. Your characters do not have to be likable. Now that doesn't mean that you should make your character a complete jerk the entire story. I only mean that your characters have to be relatable or have some type of universal qualities that the audience can empathize with at a bare minimum. Here's a couple of examples of what that looks like. Leon from The Professional was the world's best contract killer, but after a group of corrupt cops ruthlessly wiped out 12-year-old Mathilda's family, it was him who protected her, took her in, and trained her so that she can one day get revenge. Their relationship develops throughout the story, and we quickly learn that, yes, Leon is a professional killer, but that doesn't make him a raging psychopath. Being a contract killer just happens to be his occupation. But the fact that he cares about this young girl's safety shows us he has morals we can relate to. We empathize with what he's doing. We may not like or agree with Leon's lifestyle or how he does things, but we can at least empathize with his character throughout this story. If you go back and look at the first Rambo, John Rambo in First Blood was the American hero fighting for justice and freedom, right? But a lot of us forget that in this movie, he was pretty much a highly unstable Vietnam vet who went berserk after being mistreated by some local cops. And this dude did everything from blowing up gas stations to shooting holes in police precincts and going toe-to-toe with the whole damn National Guard. How does he get away with all of this chaos and still get us to root for him though? Well, he's basically done so dirty by the powers that be that we became sympathetic with his actions. The audience's breaking point might just be to go get a lawyer, but being that we know that John was an unstable Vietnam vet, his breaking point is going to be a whole lot different than everybody else's. Again, you may not like this character in the beginning, but by the end of the story, you at least relate and empathize with him.